my name is Jayne Hickson and I've been involved with the leisure sector now for over 20 years. For those of you on the call today involved with the sector, I'm sure you'll all agree that the COVID impact for the sector could not have come at a worse possible time. 2018 was impacted by extreme heatwave and Euro football, which triggered significant reduced foot flow. 2019, Brexit uncertainty for the majority of the UK and a reluctance to spend for fear of what lay ahead. The majority of us therefore saw 2020 as a year of promise, but with storms galore in the early part of the year, coupled with a late Easter, the effects of COVID was felt as early as January for those clients who relied on the demographic age 55 or over, who were watching the news avidly. As Chris conveyed earlier, for most of my clients, they've taken up the option of a 12-month category payment holiday on all of their term debt. This enables them to cover the seasonal low of 2021 and the early winter, and recognising the missed seasonal high cash generation period, which provides support to get them through that closed down period. The majority of all furloughed their staff, have agreed rent-free periods through to the end of June, taken up HMRC support, used the business rate moratorium, and where appropriate have sought the government grants where the rateable value has been permitted. If you've not already done so, I can only encourage you to speak with your suppliers. I have been speaking on a regular basis with both brewers and wholesale food suppliers who encourage me all the time to talk to my clients and say that they want to work with them. They want them there as clients when they do reopen. And I think compromise and understanding is key here, as it enables both operators and suppliers to work together, plan cash flows, and present to their funders the need for working capital, which is going to be very much required when their doors finally open. So looking forward, there's the constant phrase of a new norm. And one thing that does recognise is that there will be substantially reduced capacity for people opening their doors. There are several industry bodies and professionals looking at what this new norm is going to look like. And this covers things like digitalisation, but the one thing is for sure that everyone has to be fleet of foot in encouraging change within their business to ensure survival in the early days. Now, these changes are looking at seasonality and how we can minimise that, looking at customer sentiment and the confidence in the market. So taking each of these in turn, seasonality, I'm working closely with the LEP, who are working with industry experts, campaigning locally and with central government. So an example of that is removing seasonal restrictions on campsites. So they have a 12-month license, licensing external areas that are currently not permitted to sell alcohol and deliver food. And this will all help minimise the impact of those shoulder months of the key trading season. There are frankly daily updates on policies on consumer sentiment. And just this morning I was reading that the World Health Authority are looking at now reducing the 2-metre social distancing rules. And once again, we follow Europe in this, where 1 and 1.5 metres are frequently now put in place in France, Germany and Spain. Current public views are that they're keen to meet with family and friends, but it's not necessarily in our pubs, restaurants or hotels. However, the sector is well known for its resilience in recovering quickly from the likes of SARS in 2001, our recession in 2008-09, and being the first to enter the downturn, but it's often the first to come back, as our public generally requires social gatherings. However, with this global pandemic, it is expected that it's far unlikely to return to past levels of trading before the end of Q4 2021, and for the vast majority, early 2022. So what's there to help businesses encourage confidence with the public on their reopening in this sector? Well, UK Hospitality has presented a 73-page document to the government in the last few weeks, which provides a proactive guidance on procedures, processes for reopening safely. It not only covers food and beverage, but accommodation, visitor attractions and retail. I'm assured that it's going to be published any day soon, and our partners Visit Lincoln will post their document on their website when it's available. So I'd encourage you to look at that website on a regular basis. Visit England is launching a kite mark accreditation in June, and I'm assured again this portal is going to open any day soon. And it's being launched so business can display a COVID secure poster stickers. It can't say it's COVID safe because that enters into the realms of all sorts of legal implications, but it will provide guidance notes on how to demonstrate and market this to your clients, all the precautions that you have taken, what you're doing as a business to minimise risk and transmission. And again, I can only assure you that this is going to be launched sometime this week, and the Visit Lincoln website is going to be our local portal for that. I've been invited this morning to a call on Thursday morning where I think more detail around that is going to be presented. Recent research in terms of what our customers are looking for is quality assurance in both cleanliness and traceability. Excuse me. And Visit Lincoln are working on display packs that may help and provide you with some time saving so you can display those and share your processes and procedures. Green agenda. People are acknowledging that this comes at a price in smaller businesses at the moment, but people are working with other businesses in the area to promote the green agenda in our cities and coastlines that encourage people to come back to our area. And finally, marketing. There's a video campaign that's been launched to over 150,000 people that is encouraging staycation, and in particular what we've done as a county. And it can be used on your own websites for your own marketing purposes. Dave's already touched upon this in that there are now discretionary grants with local authority grants coming, and I believe that portal also opens this month, where businesses have not been able to gain the support of the 10 and 25,000 grants available in the early days. It's aimed at operations that have been adversely impacted and will work with businesses to perhaps fund the PPE equipment and screens that are going to be required in this industry. And I just urge you to apply for those as soon as you can. And finally, just merging with some of Dave's sentiment, the industry is looking to digitalise more and more. And just this week, I saw an application that allowed your customers to pay for staff tips without handling cash. And it's an online platform that you can download onto your phones. And I guess it's just being more and more aware of the digital help that will be brought into these leisure businesses that will get your customers through your business, reduce the handling of cash, assist with marketing, and it's just a new norm for this sector. That's really all I can say at this moment in time. As I say, the landscape is changing daily, and I'll take any questions at the end. So I'll hand back now to Juliet. Thank you.